It's time for Tubi Tuesday, and today we're we're finishing up the Tubi Tuesday run. Guess it's a season 3 run. I don't know. With Judgment Night from 1993, starring Emilio Estevez, Stephen Dorff. Yes, we started with Dorff, we're ending with Dorff. Cuba Gooding Jr., Jeremy Piven, Dennis Leary. Let's talk about this movie. This is a movie I've heard a lot about. Okay, never seen it before. I've heard The Judgment Night. It's an underrated 90s movie. Underrated. I don't know. I can't really say underrated because this is my first time watching it, but it is pretty good. It's decent. It has issues. Of course, every movie does. But I think it's very well done. The story is that three friends and the main character, Frank's brother, are going on a trip to a boxing fight in Chicago. They live in the suburbs of Chicago. They're going to the city. They decide to take an off-ramp, and when they do that, they end up in the inner city on the streets and accidentally hit someone. And when they take them inside the van, they're in the van. Their Winnebago thing, it is attacked by Dennis Leary and his people who are after this guy. You know, they always say, do good deeds and good things will come to you. But they're just trying to help this guy, and what happens? Now, the whole rest of the night, they are on the run from these guys. So, yeah, good things, my ass. I'm just saying. Or my ace, as Jeremy Piven would say. Yeah, so we introduced our main character, Frank. We see he has a wife and a daughter that doesn't really come back into the film. I thought perhaps when shit started happening, like, oh, he keeps saying, yeah, pay visit to your wife. Hey, pay visit to your wife. And I figured, the last part of the film was going to be he's got the wife and kid at gunpoint. No, that's actually one of my big issues. They keep talking about the wife and kid, and at the end, all we get as a conclusion of that is, oh, hey, if Mr. whatever your last, Mr. Wyatt, your wife's outside, and we don't see them reunite. It's just like, what he keeps talking about all throughout the movie. I gotta get home. I gotta get to my wife and my daughter. I'm gonna see their faces again. Dennis Leary is threatening them over and over again. Now, I'm not a monster, but at one point he says, after I kill you, I'm gonna go kill your wife. Why not go after the wife before you kill him? Because killing the wife after you killed him, it's not going to affect him anymore. He's dead. It's not going to do anything to him. So why not, why not have it where where he gets home and he finds that Dennis Leary is there with the wife at gunpoint and the baby. Because at this point, the other two are out of it. And Jeremy Piven has been long dead. So why not have the climax of this film take place at his house with the wife at gunpoint, and then they have the reunion? It's just a little issue. The climax of this film, like I said, the other two are kind of out of it. They've been shot, they're knocked out. Left for dead is a scenario, but they're not really dead, but and their fight is inside this department store thing, where they're just kind of fighting and trying to choke each other, and it's kind of just, Also, it's one of those movies where they got to keep going, but they do stupid shit so that the bad guys keep following them. Like, biggest thing is they don't shut the fuck up. How many times are they yelling throughout this film? It is infuriating. I'm sitting there going, shut the fuck up. And at one point, they're free. They're nowhere near Dennis Leary's men. And then they see this bus come by. Oh, yeah, okay. But the bus refuses to pick them up. Okay, cut your losses. Let's just go hide again. Cuba Gooding Jr. fires a gun. And even the other two say, just couldn't find us. But they're yelling it. At one point, they hide in the sewer. This is before this, by the way. They hide in the sewer. Right underneath the freaking thing. They don't go deeper into the sewer to hide. No, right underneath the sewer thing. So, of course, they're found. Right? Every time they try to hide, they start bitching and arguing. And Cuba Gooding Jr., oh, I'm the man, used to be a big badass. And then, it's just, if Cuba Gooding Jr. just shut the fuck up, they would have survived. Every time. Right? The only time that I don't get how they're found. First it was when I break in the department store, but I remembered, oh, loud alarm. Because, like, the alarm goes off, they do attract the security guards. They come in there, they turn off the alarm, and they say, okay, you're under arrest. Okay, call the cops. And then, all of a sudden, Dennis Leary is there. Now, yeah, he heard the alarm. But again, I also kind of question it. I'm like, okay, he heard the alarm, sure. But how did he know it was them? I don't know. This is the thing. But the one thing that gets me is eventually they get into this apartment, right? He did this apartment building, and they convince these two ladies to call the cops. They call the cops don't show up. Now, at first I'm like, oh, so he's got the cops in his pocket, right? So he's got the cops in his pocket. But because they show up directly after that. But then one of the ladies says, oh, the cops are going to bother here. They get calls like that all the time. They're not, I guess they're in like the ghetto or whatever you call it. And they keep commenting how it's basically their backyard. They're in like the ghetto part of Chicago, the more run down, where Frank lived in the very, suburban area. This is the more run down area of Chicago, And all because some jackass wouldn't let them on the on-ramp, off-ramp, auto drive. On the ramp to get to where they're going. He wouldn't let them on. So he had to do the U-turn. And by the way, at the beginning of this, when Stephen Dorff shows up, I don't know why, but maybe it's because it's gotta be because Jeremy Piven is there with some weird hair toupee that makes him look like he's balding here. I don't know. Because that is not his hair. That is not his real hair that he's got. But anyway, so when Stephen Dorff shows up, he's got short hair. This is a year before he did SFW, by the way. And he's got short hair, which is like, oh, he grows hair out. Was that a wig in SFW? Because that's blowing my mind. But anyway, he shows up, and just the way his hair is cut and the way kind of certain points, he looks like Kevin Connolly, Eric from Entourage. And I don't know, it just reminds me of him at that point, In 94 or 93, I don't know what it looked like. This is a year after the Mighty Ducks, by the way, so you got the SFS, but then he does kind of have that Bombay look to him. The hair and everything is in between 2 and 3, or 1 and 2. Because 3 is 96, she was 94, so yeah. Yeah. There's also a scene that I feel like the writers of Scream 6, Radio Silence, took it from this movie. Because like I said, they go into this lady's apartments, and of course, Dennis Leary finds them, so they have this ladder, they put it across the place, and apparently the kids use it to climb, so they climb across, except for Jeremy Piven, who's afraid of heights, so he doesn't go, but the others get across. But it doesn't happen either way. He's not middle way across and they flip him over like in Scream 6. It's not even like he shoots him in the head and then throws him down. No, he takes Jeremy Piven and just hooks him over the side. And then as they go to leave, they see their friend laying there dead. It's real. And Cuba Gooding Jr. was just in Boys in the Hood the year before and saw his friend die. Or was he the one that died? I don't know. I've never seen Boys in the Hood, so I can't tell you. But the character died in that movie. I know that much. Yeah, the acting all around is good. I hear a lot about the soundtrack. Honestly, I guess I wasn't paying attention enough. There's some decent tracks. I like the score. It is good, but yeah, I guess people talking about the soundtrack. I don't know. I guess I wasn't paying attention enough. I'm sorry. There's some heavy rap tracks. I do like the moment when Jeremy Piven is freaking out after the Winnebago's been lodged into this alleyway. He's like, oh, shit, I pay this. I own this now. Fucking own this now. I own this fucking piece of shit now. Come on, let's go. I own this fucking piece of shit now. His inner Ari Gold pops out there for a second. He's playing a different character, very subdued. In this moment, his inner Ari Gold pops out. You know, just yeah. Dennis Leary is a bad guy. He's fantastic. Of course, he's this dark bad guy. His best friend dies, and he's like, I don't care. You know, Peter Green from The Mask is in this. He doesn't get much to do. We don't really learn much about the rest of the people, which, I don't know, I guess you're only supposed to know about Dennis Leary, I guess. But we don't even really know why they were after that guy. He just killed him. Maybe stiffed him on money. He had money in his thing, I guess. Maybe he stole money from the guy. I don't know. But, like, they kill that guy, and then they're going after our guys because the witnesses. But then they start just going through his apartment building, and it's like, well, okay, now you got more witnesses, but you're just making it worse, you know? I don't know. We had to have them catch up to him, I guess. And it is frustrating, like I said, where they seem to be getting away, but we have to keep the movie going, so they have to be fucking loud, or not hide very good, or firing off guns. Just, they have to be stupid so that the movie continues. One of those things, which is frustrating, but I think it works for this movie overall. And like I said, the ending, after he defeats Dennis Leary, like, they're taking the other two, you know, Cuba Gooding Jr. and his brother, Stephen Dorff. They're going to hospital, you know, they're going to survive. And they just tell Frank, hey, Mr. Wyatt, your wife's outside. And like, okay, we're going to have this reunion. No, roll credits right there as he's walking. It's like, did they not, like, why, did they not have the actress? Is that what the thing was? Like, we should have gotten this big reunion scene, a hug and kissing his daughter on the forehead, the whole thing, you know. Then he got back to his family. There's a whole thing about this movie as he wants to get back to his family, and we don't see it. Like I said, my ending, where we have Dennis Leary holding his family hostage, could have played out better as a finale, you know. Like, maybe the other two are there too. Maybe it's like, he gets a phone call. Like, you know, he calls it and he thinks, okay, the alarm went off. And they call the cops. They explain to the cops what's going on. And then the phone, and then they get a call from the station. Hey, we got something going on. Or something. And, maybe they break in there, but the alarm doesn't work. Or we figure out something. Like, we gotta find a way for them to contact them. They don't have cell phones in 1993. So how do you figure out how to do it? That's the way to do it. Like, maybe, here we go. So, okay, the alarm goes off. Here's my ending. The alarm goes off. They get the alarm to go off. The security guards show up, but they're shot by Dennis Leary's men. The remaining two men hold them at gunpoint, and they ask where Dennis Leary is, and take out a radio. Okay? Now, I don't know how long range the radio is, but it's going to have to do because they didn't have cell phones in 1993, except for those big ones, which probably wouldn't have worked. He's like, hold on. Or, no, I got it. He's like, well, why don't you call home, Mr. Wyatt? So he uses the phone. He calls his house. Dennis Leary answers the phone. Said, if you want to finish this, you come here alone. Just you, and we'll finish this man to man. My man will watch your men. So they hang up the phone. They beat the crap out of those men and take their guns and decide they're going to try to put together. Of course, he's probably got more men there. Of course. You know. But, you know, we had to have those two there to set it up, whatever. So Frank goes home, and he acts like he's the only one there, you know. But secretly the other two are taking out the guys on the outside, and, you know, They are fighting on the inside. Maybe they'll have a little, thing, and then he's like, "Well, I got your wife. I don't need to take you out. I got my own men." But no, he doesn't, because the other two come in holding the guns, and the cops show up and arrest him, or there's a showdown, and he just I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I don't know. But this I don't know. I just feel like the family needs to be involved more in the end than just, oh, hey, your wife's here. So I'm gonna give it a low, pretty good. I enjoyed it for what it was. I think it worked for what they were trying to do. There's just some frustrating moments, and again, we needed more closure with the family than just, hey, your wife's here, you know. But that brings to conclusion to Tubi Tuesday for this year. Really, I like to do this once a year now. It's technically season 3, but I put it all in one playlist so y'all can just binge it if you want. But yeah, this was fun. Get some movies I'm eventually going to buy. But this is the end of the month, and I need to stock up my haul. And the only one I'm only gonna try to buy one thing from eBay, and that's the. Well, I'm not even gonna say it because I don't want to jinx it. But it's something that everyone's wanted to have on a HD format for years now, and all you had was the DVD. I'll just put that much. But yeah, so what are your thoughts on Judgment Night? Let me comment. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm the Scotty. Oh, by now you would know, right? Because this is gonna be in the end of June, so by now you would have known what I bought. Okay, I don't know why I forget. I'm recording this in March, but this isn't gonna go up till June. I keep forgetting. Whatever. I'll see you in the next one.